Alibaba is a Chinese multi-tech company that has a net worth of around 200 billion US dollars. Would you believe it? The founder of the company said that if it wasn't for rejections and failures in his life, there would be no Alibaba. Rejections and failures can be your best friend that propel you to the top of your world. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe now. Jack Ma is the founder of Alibaba. He's one of the richest men in China and also one of the richest men in the world. When Jack was a young boy growing up in China, he always wanted to learn how to speak English because he really believed that by knowing English, that would open more doors for him to the world. Jack knew that nobody spoke English in China and they didn't even teach English in Chinese schools. Jack put his thinking cap on and started to think, where could I find English-speaking people in China? And it occurred to him that the only people that could speak English in China would be the tourists who are visiting China. And voila, 5-star hotels are the haven for English-speaking tourists. And luckily, there was a 5-star hotel not too far from where Jack lived. Every morning, Jack would get on his bike and he'll cycle for 40 minutes to get to the 5-star hotel. He would wait outside the hotel and on seeing the tourists, he would approach them and then he'd make a deal. And the deal was that he would act as a local tourist guide, and in return, the tourists would teach Jack some English. It was a no-brainer for the tourists. Being a tourist guide helped Jack to learn English very quickly, and also he became very good friends with some of the tourists. Jack did this for a long time, and once Jack even had the opportunity to visit some of his new friends in the United States, Jack flew out to the US, and it was there that he discovered the power of the internet. Jack returned back to China and he really wanted to start up his own company called the Alibaba. He invited 17 of his friends to his apartment and he wanted to pitch the idea of Alibaba in front of them. After pitching the idea of Alibaba, all his friends did not believe that this idea or this company will take off in China. And China did not even have the infrastructure to host a company that involved using the internet. And one of his friends said to Jack, Jack, look, I like you, you're a nice guy, but I don't think that your business plan is going to work out. So Jack was left all by himself. He was the only one who believed in his idea. Today, Alibaba is one of the largest e-commerce companies in the whole world. Here are a list of failures and rejections in Jack's life. On 2 occasions, he failed a key primary school test. He failed 3 times for the middle school. For 3 years, he kept on failing his university entrance exam. He applied for about 30 jobs and every time he got rejected. He even applied to work for the KFC. When KFC came to China, 24 people applied for the KFC job. 23 got accepted. Jack was the only one who got rejected. He applied to the Harvard Business School 10 times. Not once he got even a reply from Harvard. As you can see, there's many rejections in Jack's life. So the lessons that we learn from Jack's life is, number 1, never ever give up. Jack says about giving up, today is difficult, tomorrow will be more difficult, and the day after tomorrow, it will be a nice sunny day. And most people die tomorrow evening. But the message here is never ever give up. Number 2 is to believe in yourself, even if no one else believes in you. Number 3 is to create opportunities for yourself. Just like Jack did, he volunteered to be a tourist guide, and from that opportunities came. He made new friends. He ended up going to the USA and he discovered the internet, and that led him to setting up the Alibaba company. Number 4 is nothing goes to a waste. Jack Ma ended up graduating in English and he ended up teaching English at university level in China. And now he goes around the world giving lectures in English. And number 5 is to think innovatively and think big. And I'm going to finish with the advice that Jack gives to young people. He says for the first 20 years of your life, you have to try to get the best possible education, even if it means going to another country if you can afford, or if you have the opportunity to go and study at Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, MIT, anywhere. But get the best possible education within the 20 years of your life. And then from 20 to 30 years, what you do is you try to find a job, probably in a small to medium-sized company, and to have a good boss and to learn all the tricks of the trade. And from 30 to 40 years, if you want to try something, a business venture, an entrepreneurial idea, then from 30 to 40 years old, you can try. And if you fail, it's okay. You can think of something else. But that 10-year period, you have to try something of your own and to see if it works out. And then from 40 to 50 years, You do what you're good at. So if you're good at something, research, do that. If you're good at marketing, that's what you do. If you're good at the legal side, that's what you do. So 40 to 50, do what you're good at. From 50 to 60 years, you want to help to train the young generation, help them, support them, and to develop them, because they are the future. And also you're putting back into society. And from 60 plus, you spend more time with the family, with your grandchildren, and just be happy. But remember, making mistakes, getting rejected, failing is not the end of the world. These should be seen as the stepping stones that help you to achieve your bigger goals in life. Thank you very much for watching.